What's up, you freaking geniuses? So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to solve a slope application problem. Okay, and this is basically a real life type of engineering problem. So near and dear to my heart, okay? So the problem says sewage pipes must slope down 1/4 inch per foot in order to drain properly. What is the required slope? Okay, well, first of all, let's draw a little picture here. So let's just start at the beginning. It says sewage pipes must slope down. All right, let's start there. Now, if something is sloping down, or if it has a negative slope, that means it's sloping in this direction, right? It's going down. Okay, so here's our pipe sloping down. What else do we know? Well, we also have this rate right here, right? It says it slopes down 1/4 inch per foot. Okay, now, if you think about rates, kind of an easy example would be like the speed in a car, right? So if I said I was traveling at 50 miles per hour, if I wanted to write that as a rate or a fraction, I would write it as I'm traveling 50 miles per hour, right? So if we want to convert this into a rate, 1/4 inch per foot, it would look like this. It would be 1/4 inch per foot. Okay, and one other thing about this rate right here is that it would be a negative rate, okay, because your pipe right here is sloping downward. If this pipe was sloping upward, then your rate right here would be positive, okay, but since it's sloping down, it's negative. Okay, so how can we take this rate right here and figure out what the slope of the pipe is? Well, if you remember what the most basic definition of slope is the slope, m, right? This is m means slope. So the slope is equal to the rise over the run. Okay? And we also know that our slope is equal to this rate up here, right? Because it's sloping at negative 1/4 inch per foot. Okay, so let's bring that down. So the slope is also equal to negative 1/4 inch per foot. Okay, so maybe now it's a little more clear what's happening with the slope, right? So again, the slope is equal to the rise over the run. The rise tells you how many spaces or how much you move up and down. And the run right here tells you how much you move side to side, right? So if the rise right here is negative 1/4 inch, well, if it's negative, that means it's going down, right? So the slope right here is going down negative 1/4 inch. And then the run is going over 1 foot, right? It's going over 1 foot. Okay, but we can't leave our slope like this because it's really messy, and you also have to have the same units on top and on the bottom, which we obviously don't, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is keep the inches on top right there. So negative 1/4 inch, I'm going to leave it as negative 1/4 inch. Negative 1/4 inch, and then that's going to be over 1 foot. How do I convert that to inches? Well, how many inches are in 1 foot? Well, there's 12 inches, right? 12 inches. Okay, so now I have inches on top and on the bottom, so now I can cancel those out, right? So then I'm just going to be left with these numbers right here, right? So then this is going to be equal to negative 1/4 over 12, okay? And whenever I'm dividing fractions, I like to write it out a little bit differently. So I'm going to write it out as negative 1/4 divided by 12. Okay, so now this is the same thing as this. All right, now how do you divide fractions here? Well, remember you have to multiply by the reciprocal, okay? And the way you do that is this first fraction, you keep it as is, so we'll keep it as negative 1/4. And then instead of dividing, you're going to multiply. And then here 12, well, 12 is basically 12 over 1, right? So if we take the reciprocal of that, we're going to flip it, and it'll be 1 over 12. Okay, so now just multiplying fractions straight across. On top, we have negative 1 times 1, which is negative 1. And on the bottom, we have 48, right? So then your final answer right here, let's move it up here. So the slope is equal to negative 1 over 48. So this would be your final answer right here. Okay, and the way you essentially read or use the slope, let's get rid of these that we tacked on there earlier. So here it says that the slope is equal to -1/48. So all that means is for whatever units you're working with, so let's say inches, for every 1 inch that I go down, I have to go over 48 inches, okay? But you can also apply it to other units. So if you want to say for every foot you go down, you have to go over 48 feet, okay? Or for every 1 centimeter that you go down, you have to go over 48 centimeters. Okay, that's basically why there's no units on our slope right here, because it's a ratio, so you can essentially just throw your own units on there. Okay, but they have to be the same units on top and on the bottom. So if you found the video helpful, definitely leave a thumbs up down below. And if you have any other questions or want to see any other examples, just let me know in the comment section below. Also, there's a couple playlists attached that I think you'll find helpful, so definitely check those out, and I'll see you there.